an advice given based on a real story. I'll talk to you about a certain way to keep a grudge. I have seen many people falling into this trap, this banana peel, so to speak, because they do not realize what they are doing is a clear path to keep grudges and is totally ineffective. In other words, they will not gain anything from their actions. They will only harm themselves. And they will start to burn bridges, close doors in their lives if they keep on this path. So I talk especially to you, a highly sensitive person who gets hurt easily, who has a list of people you don't speak to anymore, places you don't go to anymore, not for wise choices, but for grief and feelings against those of that particular place, including the church. You got hurt by someone in the church, you got hurt by someone in the church, or you got hurt by someone in your family. Let's understand what happens. What is the right way to keep grudges? Based on a recent story, I have noticed that people who keep grudges tend to look just at their point of view. When you look just from your point of view, that is, when you do not consider the reasons why the person did to you what hurt you, this is a guaranteed way for you to keep grudges, because it makes you think only about your reasons and ignore the other person's, whether they are justifiable or not. So it's important you to understand that in every story, situation involving two people, there are at least 2 points of view. Am I right? In a car accident on the street, there are at least 2 points of view, 2 stories. You can speak to the witnesses of a car accident who saw the same accident from different points of view, and they will speak about different things. And if you speak to those involved in the car accident, even different, more different points of view. What matters is that there are different points of view even when you're telling the truth, because from your point of view you saw something and you didn't see what the other person saw from their point of view. This is a life fact, and if you don't understand this in your life, you will easily get hurt by people. I'll give an example. It was not the one that happened recently, but one to illustrate what I'm talking about. Let's assume that you are in need of a job, an urgent job, because you are unemployed and you have a relative or a friend who has a company, and you think about them to ask for a job. Then you go there and you say, I need a job, please give me a job. You are in need of a job. And your relative, family member, or a close friend of yours tells you, I'm sorry, but I can't give you a job this time. I can't offer you a job at this point in time. And it simply stops in there. They don't give you further explanation. They simply deny your request. So, looking only from your point of view, you keep grudges against that relative. You say, when I needed you the most, you didn't help me. When I needed you the most, you closed the door. It's okay, no problem. That's it. You act as if the person had an obligation to give you the job. Okay, but you don't think about why the person denied this help or opportunity to you. So you keep grudges and you say it's okay just for the sake of saying it, but in the heart is all bad. Then you blacklist this person and avoid them from now on. This person died to you, so to speak, just because they didn't give you a job when you needed. You are only considering your side. You do not think there's another side of this story. Why the other person, the relative, didn't give you the job? Why would that be? There can be many reasons. It can be that person was in a financial situation that's so hard, so tough for their company that they could increase the number of employees to hire you. Maybe to hire you, we'll have to send someone away to fire someone who needed the job more than you needed. Let's say that they were sick or a single mother, they were treating cancer, they needed the job more than you needed. And that's why they couldn't offer that job opportunity. Who knows, maybe your family member had a long history of bad employees and it led the company to bankruptcy. Even before your request came up, they decided to never hire family members. In other words, hiring people out of emotion. I don't know, just coming up with reasons why. But now you can see how it could be another side to the same story. And if you were on the other side, going through what the other person is going through, maybe you would take the same decision. And you would also deny the job. So I see that people who are hurt quickly have difficulty seeing the other side, but very easily get stuck with their own reasons. So they get stuck with their own reasons, they keep on listening to those reasons in their mind like a broken record. You didn't give me a job when I needed the most. You didn't give me the job when I needed the most. So-and-so didn't give me, didn't help me when I needed the most. You're only listening to this. Only your side. What does happen to you? You become a difficult person to live with. A bitter person who worsens their own state because the grudges are like cancer. They corrode the person from the inside. They close doors and cause the person to isolate themselves. The more grudges you develop, the more bitter you become, and the more unbelieving towards people you become. Because you start to believe that the world is not good, nobody's good, so no family members are not good because of one who did not help you, which you didn't understand why. Because of one family member, you isolate from the whole family. Because of one person from the church that failed you, now you left the church. Even God is to be blamed. Or you think like this: I'll seek God by myself. I don't want to know anything to do about church anymore because of one person who disappointed you. The whole church, the millions of years of story of church, it doesn't matter. But you are right, because you can only remember that one single reason that you were hurt. And this plays in your mind and is stronger than every word you received in the church, which you preached and helped others, speaking and telling them to others. I remember another case that the person was in the church for 30 years, became an official of the church, and through these 30 years spoke about the Word of God, the Bible, spoke about forgiveness to people, but when it came their time, and they were hurt by someone in the church, they couldn't forgive. What happened? They left the church. which means they are people who easily keep a grudge because they only see their own side. You have to open your mind. What do you have to do? You need to give people the benefit of the doubt. You must understand that the world does not revolve around you. You are not the center of the world. You are a part of a society of millions of people, each with their own problems. And injustices will happen. Not everything will be the way we want. In an ideal world, when you need a job, someone gives it to you. In an ideal world, when you are upset, someone goes easy on you. In an ideal world, no one will speak harshly towards you. In an ideal world, there would be no problems. But you don't live in this ideal world. You don't live in this ideal world. You live in the real world. And if you don't know how to deal with the real world, you will be devoured and crushed. First by your own feelings, then by the people around you. What do you choose to do? Wake up to life and practice the Word of God, which involves forgiving, walking the extra mile, and turning the other cheek. It's easy to say it, isn't it? But the time will come when you must feel the slap on one cheek and have to give the other. If you can't do that, your faith will be just fury.
Did you like this? Would you like to hear it again? Listen to it as many times as you need until this content becomes part of you. Don't forget to leave your like, comment, and share. See you next time.